Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how I am going to create this blog post. So I have content that I want to write about, and I just went to the park with my kids, and so I want to write a post about this park, and I want to make sure that this content gets found. And the way that I do that is I'm going to do keyword research. So what I have here is on the left is my WordPress site, and I'm going to basically outline my blog for you so you can understand like how I do the research. So I'm thinking that Antioch Park may be one of the words that I would be able to use. So I'm going to go to Google and type in Antioch Park, right? And I'm going to go to SEMrush and search for Antioch Park. And the reason why I do this is I want to see if people are actually searching for this keyword or not. And it looks like they are searching for Antioch Park address, hours, Antioch Park. These are the types of things that they're looking for. Wow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the volume because I want to see like what terms are being used the most when searching. And so it looks like parks around me. There apparently was a shooting at one point. So there was a huge, big search trend on that. And then I'm going to look here to see how many results are actually on the search engine results page. And so what I want to do is be able to kind of understand like how many people have written about it. And so a lot of them are around shootings. Well, let's see, Antioch Aqua Center, Antioch Recreation Center. So I'm going to go Dodge City Parks and Rec. I'm going to first put this over here so that you guys can see what I'm going to be doing here. So I'm going to put in, I believe, Antioch Park, maybe as my title. So Antioch Park. And then what I did also was go in and go to answer the public, and I put in Antioch Park here, and these are the questions that people are asking around it. So Antioch Park with a pool, and because my content is surrounding my kids going to the park, they have a little area called Dodge City, and there's really great places to take photos, and there's a little pond. So I'm going to make sure that the questions are kind of related to the content that I just created. So it looks like Antioch Park and Rec, maybe a key term that I want to use. Park and Recreation. And then I'm going to put, let's see here. I'm going to go down Antioch Park, Merriam, Kansas as a keyword because I see it here. And then I'm going to put Antioch Park in Kansas City, and that might be like a description that I might use. So my goal here is not to keyword stuff, but at least like have an outline of what I'm going to be talking about. Dodgetown, so they have a little town there, and so I know that because of this content, like this is a little town that it's called Dodgetown. So those are the questions that people are asking about. So I'm going to put in Antioch Park, Dodgetown. Let me see. Ooh, there's a bunch of content in here. And Antioch Acres Park, Overland Park. So I'm just going to put that in there. Antioch Park, Acres, Overland Park. And then Antioch Park, Dodgetown Play Area. And that might go with the content above. I'm going to look at all this content. Antioch Park, Dodgetown, I got that one. And they actually had a little it just came to mind, Antioch Park birthday parties, because I saw a little birthday party thing. And so sometimes whenever I'm doing research, things come to me, and so I'll start writing those down as almost outlines, if you will. So I'm going to put Antioch Park. I'm going to Control F and do Merriam to see if it's in there. So I'm going to click on Merriam. And because it says near around me, I'm going to put Antioch Park in Merriam, Kansas. Merriam, Kansas, in the Kansas City area. And then Antioch Park, Merriam, Kansas. There's 45 searches per month on that. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you add up all of the keywords, I mean, it's a ton of content. So obviously we wouldn't do the shooting one because I'm not writing about shootings. Let's see here. I think we're good. So then I'm going to go to Antioch Park reviews, because that's what I'm thinking in my head. People might be wanting to know. So you've got TripAdvisor and Yelp ranking on the first place. So Antioch Park reviews. I'm also going to see what free parks in Kansas City. See what comes up there. Best parks of Kansas City. So here's the gold in this. So if I click on this, if I use SEMrush, I'll open up a new session. So if I want to rank against this site, what I can do is go in and actually search on their site and see what they're ranking for using SEMrush. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what it's going to show is this page ranks for, let's see, 142 keywords. I'm going to click on view all organic searches here and see their positions. And it looks like best parks near me. So best parks. Maybe I'll put that word, best parks in Marion, Kansas. And then let's see here, Wild Child, Longview. These don't make sense to put in there, but it looks like they're ranking on a lot of like Kansas City stuff. Okay, so that gives me an idea. And then I'm going to also look up another competitor. Let's see here. Maybe I'll look up Antioch Park Review, Merriam, and see what ranks at the top. Okay, so I'm going to use this TripAdvisor one and see why it's ranking. It's probably ranking because it's an authority site. And when I say authority site, that means that TripAdvisor is known for reviews of places to go. And so that might be why they're ranking first, not necessarily because of the content. I'm going to make sure that I understand. So it looks like Antioch Park, Weather, Merriam, Kansas, Antioch Park, Overland Park, Kansas. I might use the word Overland Park in here somewhere. And then Shelter, Antioch Park Shelter. And so now I understand like what words are being, like Antioch Park has 2,400. So I'm going to make sure that I write based off of this and then kind of reword some of these key topics and key phrases, and I'm going to make them into more human readable content. And so that's really how I go ahead and kind of narrow down and hone in on my blog post, because at the end of the day, the goal is to get people to your site, and you do a little bit of keyword research to see what kind of volume you're going to pull in when you create that content. So I hope that helps you guys understand how to write content and focus it on what the results will be from creating that content. Because too often, as vloggers or as business owners who write about their content, we write about what we think people want. But if you actually do the research here, like I showed you using Google, using Answer the Public, which is free, and then SEMrush is not free, but you can have not a trial version of it. You can see what type of information that you can get back and kind of re-hone in your content creation so that your efforts aren't wasted on creating stuff that people aren't going to read. Okay, I hope that helps you guys. At this point, my next step is to clean up these outlines and then actually put content and then edit my photos and put it in there. And that's pretty much it. You guys have learned how to do the blog titles, and so I'm just going to clean up the blog title and then do some of that Yoast stuff, and this blog post should be good to go. So I hope that helps you guys, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment.